Hi, everybody. It's Susan Cook with Rialto Academy and the eXp Realty. And I'm here today again with Karen Ekofo, Ekko Title. And we're here to talk to you about DAAR Ambassador talking points. We've been coming to you a couple of weeks now for every week on Facebook Live. And we're having such a good time that Karen and I are going to continue to do that. And we took a week off last week. There wasn't really a lot to report. The conversion of Bright MLS, which we all are taking head on, because,
plunging in.
Whether we like it or not, it's here and it's there. That is what we are. I love the way they did it. They just turned everybody off on Matrix.
So you got to
finger swim. You got to do it. So,
yes.
The first thing that DAAR has on their talking points is it is now our MLS, and the DAAR Realtor members should now officially all be transitioned over to Bright MLS. You can learn how to use it by using the quick start guides. And I don't know if they don't mention any new classes. If you want to go to classes, that's fine, but they do have tutorials on Bright MLS. So if you're struggling at all, look at the tutorials. I understand that the little button at the bottom to talk to a technician is not necessarily working right now. So, talk to your brokers, your mentors, get together with some of your peers, see if you can't figure it out, watch a couple together, huddle together and ask for another class. That was pretty good. I went to the one on the 20th. It was pretty good. The second thing is your ethics has to be updated by December the 31st. Don't let this go by. You will be suspended from DAAR, and I'm sure every other association as well. And you will not be able to open doors because once you're suspended from your association, your central gets turned off.
Oh, no.
Yes. So don't get caught red-handed. Don't get caught, it's a 3-hour course. You can take it online if you want to. DAAR is offering another one on Friday, November the 30th. And you can sign up for that and you can take it and they will send you a receipt right then. It's a 3-hour course, no fuss, no muss. Pretty good class too. And I really enjoyed the class itself. I learned a few things that I didn't know about ethics. What about you, Karen? Are you offering
Yes. So I'll probably post something the first week of December, but I have the Thomas Balch Library. I think it's December 13th reserved, and we have some ethics courses. So I will be. I think one is 3 hours. So that
they're gonna have 3 hours.
Yeah, so that's what I'm focusing on because I definitely want them to be able to get that. So I'll be posting that, and if you want me to include you on my email list when I send that out, feel free to shoot me an email at kdaily@ekotitle.com or comment below our Facebook session here, and I'll make sure that you get that. I just need your email address, and then I can make sure you get that announcement when I make it.
Awesome. Great. So there's 2 opportunities right now to get compliant if you want an in-person class. If not, but don't wait till the last minute. They're pretty serious about this. They've been talking about it all year. And I think DAAR told us at the class I went to a week or so ago, there were still 500 people that had not taken this 3-hour class. Or proven that they had it.
Right.
So please don't get caught with no business or not a way to open doors until you.
I mean, that's pretty critical.
Yeah. So the DAAR annual holiday party and board of directors installation is December the 6th. It's $35 to go. You can register on DAAR's site. Are you going, Karen?
I think so. I have to check. I think I've got something else that evening, but I'm going to check and see.
Okay.
But
so come out and watch your board of directors get installed and have some fun for the holidays with your peers.
Yep.
It's always a good time, to dress up and have some fun and
Ooh, dress up.
Yeah, I know you can dress up, Miss Thing. I know you can.
Yeah. I can.
Yeah, I like to put on a little holiday,
it's fun.
stuff and go out and have a little food and a little talks and drinks and things like that.
Yep.
So do that December the 6th. You can also sign up for that on the DAAR website. And the last one on here is for donating your cell phones and gas gift cards for a good cause, laws. The Loudon Abused Women's Shelter. It's a Loudon-based 501c3 nonprofit, and it provides emergency shelter, counseling, advocacy, support groups, legal services, and support to victims of domestic and sexual violence. You can also donate your cell phones and your gift cards at the Christmas party, the board and board installation. And collection stations are set up at DAAR offices in Ashburn. So if you have an old cell phone laying around, and a lot of us do, until they started leasing them to us, and then asking for them back when you trade them for the new iPhone X, If you've got some, I know I've got at least one iPhone 4 laying around, and people can use these. They can refurbish them. They can make them work for emergencies, if nothing else, and put new chips in them. There's all kinds of things that can be done with these used cell phones that you're not going to use. So if you have any, please drop them off at DAAR. It's for a good cause. And if you've got any gas, if you feel so inclined, they need gas money. And
that's always a huge help.
Yeah, it really is, and it's a good way to help somebody that needs our help, and do it anonymously and let them have some ways to get in touch with people and have some recovery from some pretty tough situations. I happen to like laws. I think it's a great way for women to get back on their feet when they're coming from a bad
situation.
Place. Yeah. So what do you have for us today, Ms. Karen? That's all I have from DAAR.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, the fall market has picked up and is quite busy. And right now, the couple questions that I seem to be having pop up is what does the seller have to do in regards to disclosing about defects? I've had a couple of files where there were post-closing issues, or not post-closing, but after the fact, the buyers discovered some issues. And they're upset. One is upset with the home inspector because there was a foundation issue missed. Another is upset with the seller because they didn't disclose something about pipes that were buried underground. So Virginia law is actually buyer beware, right? So it's all on the buyer to do their due diligence and inspect. And if you don't do your due diligence and inspect, then you can't sue the seller. When you sign typically when there's a sale happening, the seller has to disclose. That's called a residential disclosure. They have to the buyer, and basically all it says is, I'm telling you, I don't have to tell you anything. You have to find everything out. Now, there are some exceptions to that. One is if there's a military installation, if there's defective drywall. Chinese drywall was the recent thing that was really happening. Pending building or zoning violations. Now, I haven't seen this pop up, but apparently, I mean, it's in the statute, so that has to be disclosed. And then if there is property was previously used to manufacture methamphetamine.
Yeah.
Yes. So those are things that would have to be disclosed by a seller, but other than that, the seller's under no duty to disclose anything to the buyer. So, ask questions, during your home inspection. I just got off the phone with a buyer, and, there were various issues that the home inspector had noticed with regard to the HVAC, to the roof, and some other systems. Use that home inspection guideline as the jumping off board and go talk to a roofer or go talk to an HVAC person or a plumber to say, hey, look, our home inspector found this issue, give me some guidance on it. What needs to be done? Is this really something we need to be concerned about? If so, what's the cost? Because that will all play a factor in your negotiations with your sellers. And making sure too, obviously, that if something has to be repaired, that it does in fact get repaired. So that's what I got.
Awesome. That's great stuff. And, my network goes down into Southern Virginia. There's one other thing that they have to disclose, and that is military installation.
Oh, yeah.
That they fly over.
Right. That's, yep. And that was, I think that's 5519.1. Yep. The roads.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if all of those things have to be disclosed, but that's good stuff, and a lot of buyers don't quite understand, and some realtors don't understand either, that it is up to the buyer to do every inspection. If it's a roof inspection, if it's a HVAC inspection, you've got to pay for it and you've got to do it. But if it's going to save you thousands of dollars, to where you are yes or no, or you're asking the seller for the repairs, then, what's a few $100s? Right.
To save a little bit of headache down the road.
But it is a caveat emptor state. And
it is. Oh, yeah.
We all need to be aware of that, Yep. They're looking to us to be the trusted experts, aren't they?
Yep, they are.
We need to have those kinds of vendors and people in our toolbox, to hand them the names of those people. If that's a concern of theirs, and usually it's based on the age. Once you see enough houses, you can just about tell what kind of inspections are going to be needed, or what could be, so, not every buyer has the same threshold,
Exactly.
For paying. But when you've got a first-time home buyer, you need to give them all of those options. You need to say, listen, this is my HVAC guy, and he'll be happy to come and do an inspection. Or if you want a servicing before our time is over, let me know, and we'll ask the seller if they will do that.
And this is the home inspection period. I mean, it's generally, I think I see generally the standard is like 10 days from date of ratification.
10 days. They try to shorten it in a hotter market, but right now we're not in a hot market.
No, it's not a hot market right now. But
it's a little more even keel. So get out those negotiation skills. That's what our job is.
Yep, and use that time. Like, it's important. I mean, you should take time off from your job. I mean, I know it's a bit of a pain, but the importance of the home inspection is huge, right? It's done early so you have time to digest the information that the home inspector has given. And if you feel that there's additional inspections or people you need to talk to because you're concerned about something, you have that time cushion to do it. I mean, so many times I see issues pop up because buyers were too busy to do the home inspection. So their realtor, did it for them, which is, you want to be careful about it.
No.
I mean, that's just dangerous. They were too busy, so the realtor did it, and then all these issues pop up at the end, at the 11th hour, and it's like, were you at the home inspection? Well, no, I was, too busy. I couldn't get time off from my job. I mean, this is important, guys. You know, it's important. If you don't address it during that home inspection period, I mean, the chances of trying to get it resolved right before settlement are very slim, you know.
Yeah, because the time is up, you know, all the contingencies are over.
Right.
And your negotiation window is past.
Yep.
It's gone,
Yep.
you know, and the seller is looking for it to go to closing.
Right.
And, you know, that if you don't have financing, you know, you've got financing in place, but if your lender doesn't want these repairs, you know, with some of our loans, then you're stuck.
Yep.
You know, you could lose your earnest money deposit if you back out. You're in breach.
Yep.
If you don't close.
Yep.
So don't put your clients in that kind of situation. Make them, you know, not make them, but impress upon them the importance of going to a home inspection. Impress upon them the importance of having multiple types of inspections. If they, you know, if the house is older and the roof may be in question and they want to know how old the roof is, get a roof inspector out there.
Yep.
You know, get somebody to walk it for you.
Yep.
Most home inspectors are not going to get up there on the roof.
No,
really
they'll do visuals. Yeah, they'll do visuals, or they'll do a drone. You know, they'll fly a drone up, and I mean that's great. But there's nothing that substitute, you know, physically getting up there and touching it and walking on it and seeing. Yeah. Those are simply things that you can have done before the time period is over. You know. Yep.
Well, that's good stuff, my friend. And this was a good week. You know, we split. We didn't do last week, so that is very good stuff, especially when we're going into a more normal market. You know, to kind of empower our peers out there and our clients to be better realtors, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Sarah, I'm going to put your name back up here so that everybody knows who you are. And
awesome.
Yes. I didn't want, you know, it was kind of hiding your pretty smile there. So I hid it for a little bit. And we'll see you next week, guys.
Okay. Sounds great. Have a good one. Bye-bye.